Hello, I'm Camelia, and this is Kini News. New twists in the Putra Heights blaze. Amid the chaos that injured over 100, Selangor's top cop hints at a deeper probe into construction players linked to the explosion.
Police are investigating two construction companies over yesterday's gas pipeline fire in Putra Heights, which injured over 100 people and displaced many others. Selangor Police Chief Hussein Omar Khan confirmed that the developer and its main contractor are among those under investigation, as authorities work to determine if nearby earthworks triggered the leak that led to the blaze. Social media posts have circulated images of heavy machinery allegedly encroaching on land reserved for the pipeline. The names of the companies are being withheld pending their responses, and Malaysia Kini has reached out to both for comment. Meanwhile, according to Subang Jaya District Police Chief Wan Azlan Wan Mamat, the authorities will remain vigilant for any additional fire hazards.
Inilah pihak bomba mesti berada di tempat kejadian dan memastikan tiada berlaku kebakaran di antara rumah-rumah yang dikategorikan terbakar ini. Mungkin pada pagi semalam telah dipadamkan, tetapi mungkin ada bara dan sebagainya di dalam rumah tersebut yang boleh mengakibatkan kebakaran lagi.
Earlier, Selangor Menteri Besar Amiruddin Syari urged anyone with evidence related to yesterday's fire to come forward and assist the police in determining the cause of the gas pipeline leak and fire.
What happened? How did it start and who's responsible? Here's what we know so far about the Putra Heights gas pipeline fire.
An explosion and gas pipeline fire in Putra Heights, Puchong shocked Malaysians yesterday, with eyewitnesses reporting a massive blaze visible from kilometers away. Fortunately, the fire has been extinguished and no deaths have been reported. So when did it happen? The fire was reported to have occurred at 8:10 a.m. on April 1st, though dashcam footage suggests it happened at 8:08 a.m. And where exactly was it? The fire occurred near Jalan Putra Harmony in Putra Heights, Puchong, along a gas pipeline separating Taman Harmony and Kampung Kuala Sungai Baru. The underground pipeline leaked over a 500-meter section, sparking the blaze. Firefighters arrived at 8:22 a.m. with 78 personnel and various emergency assets deployed. A total of 325 personnel from 11 agencies responded. Petronas shut 4 valves between 8:46 a.m. and 11:48 a.m. to cut off the fuel supply. And how bad was the fire? 305 people were affected, with 104 receiving treatment for burns at hospitals. Fortunately, no deaths have been reported and all victims are in stable condition. Meanwhile, 237 houses, 10 shops, 275 cars and 56 motorcycles were damaged, with some houses and shops burned between 10 to 90%. Victims were initially treated at local temples and mosques before being sent to hospitals. 2 temporary evacuation centres have been set up at Putra Heights Mosque and Subang Jaya City Hall. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim announced immediate relief of RM2,500 for damaged homes and RM5,000 for those destroyed. The cause of the fire is under investigation, with a preliminary report expected in 72 hours. Speculation suggests excavation works near the pipeline may have caused the gas leak, but it's too early to confirm.
Heat, chaos and panic. That's how residents describe the terrifying moments when the fire broke out. Kinitv spoke to those who experienced the disaster unfold firsthand.
So suddenly I could feel everything is actually like a heat melting, and also everything is started to break. So I think falling inside. So we had to go down, and then we have to find a way to rescue first, because my kids too, and my wife, myself and my maid. So we ran out from the house by the back way, and then straight away we come out from that to the highway. Yeah.
Your house is very near to the...
Yes. My house is 100%, I think almost 80% gone lah. But terbakar front part, both my car gone, all melted. Inside my house, all the tiles all broke, and then my kitchen side at least okay, but the ceiling all broke. My house, I think on top is completely gone.
It was chaotic and it was panic, because we haven't seen such a fire, a gas fire. This is my first time in my life, and it was, when we saw, it was like mushroom. And it's growing, the mushroom is growing, higher and higher. And yeah, we can't do anything. We just have to grab our car, drive off, leave.
A show of solidarity at the Putra Heights shelter. Opposition leader Hamzah Zainuddin meets with displaced families, offering support and calling for swift action.
Opposition leader Hamzah Zainuddin visited the temporary shelter at Putra Heights Mosque today, where he met with families displaced by the devastating gas pipeline fire. He spoke with victims, listening to their concerns and offering words of support. Currently, 485 victims from 110 families are being accommodated at the mosque, while 44 victims from 8 families have been relocated to the Subang Jaya City Council's multi-purpose hall. Hamzah, who is also Perikatan National Secretary General, also urged authorities to expedite aid, stressing the need for swift assistance to help affected residents rebuild their lives.
Moving on to the next story, in the wake of the devastating gas pipeline explosion in Putra Heights, a powerful display of unity has emerged, with places of worship opening their doors to shelter those affected.
National Unity Minister Aaron Agu-Dagang shared a touching image of a Muslim man praying at the Sri Mahakaliaman Temple, which he described as a symbol of the true spirit of togetherness among Malaysians. Both the temple and Masjid Putra Heights rallied together to offer refuge to the victims of the devastating gas pipeline explosion in Putra Heights. Aaron praised this remarkable effort, saying it showcased unity beyond words. He emphasized that places of worship, whether temples, mosques or churches, are not just for prayers, but also as lifelines for communities, especially in time of crisis. The minister also pointed out that religious diversity is a strength and not a barrier to national unity. His message comes at a time of heightened tension over the relocation of a 130-year-old Hindu temple in Kuala Lumpur, sparking a polarized debate and online threats of violence. Meanwhile, Urimai chairperson P. Ramasamy joined the conversation, agreeing that places of worship play vital roles in supporting communities during crisis. However, he criticized the government for prioritizing political gain over social harmony, particularly in the case of Dewi Sri Patrakaliaman Temple's relocation.
Meanwhile, a social media user who sparked outrage with a call for racial violence is now under investigation. His inflammatory remarks targeting the Indian community have drawn swift action from authorities.
The National Unity Ministry has reported a social media user to the MCMC for inciting racial hatred over the temple relocation controversy in Kuala Lumpur. Minister Aaron Agu-Dagang condemned the remarks, calling for an investigation under Section 233 of the Communications and Multimedia Act 1998. User Amir Ridwan had called for a repeat of the May 13 riots and used derogatory language against the Indian community. Aaron urged Malaysians to use social media responsibly, warning that any act threatening national unity is unacceptable. Meanwhile, the relocation of the 130-year-old Dewi Sri Patrakaliaman Temple has sparked polarized reactions, with some falsely labelling it as illegal. A Facebook group was created to report Hindu temples, while Google Maps listings were reportedly altered to mark them as illegal. Lawyers representing the temple committee, including Ambiga Srinivasan and N. Surendran, clarified that the temple is not illegal and refuted claims of land rewards. The Malaysian Hindu Sangam will also hold an urgent town hall on April 6 to address concerns over temple rights and growing racial tensions.
And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.